Hello, Mohawk, and we're here for a very special edition of MoCast with Nancy Fram, Chair of the Board of Governors. Nancy, how are you?
I'm great, Jay. How are you today?
Never better.
Great.
So listen, the search is over. 6 months of searching, and we have found the next president. Who would that be?
We're very pleased to announce that the board unanimously approved the appointment of Ron McKerlie as the 8th president of Mohawk College.
When's Ron going to be joining the college?
Ron is officially joining us on August the 5th of this year.
What stood out for you with having Ron as president?
Ron's bringing with him over 35 years of both public and private sector experience. He's worked at the Government of Ontario for the last 10 years as a deputy minister.
So I'm thinking he knows how government works.
Absolutely. How policy is developed, how decisions are made at the government level, which we think will be a real asset for the college.
Okay, and so the other 25 years of Ron's career would have been in the private sector. Who was he with?
He was with Bank of Montreal for a number of years and also with Rogers Communication. And in both of those roles was very prominent in leading some very complex change and implementation, particularly around the technology side, which, as you know, is a focus for Mohawk College.
Health and technology.
Absolutely.
What other skills stood out for the board and the selection committee when you were looking at Ron?
He certainly has a very strong business acumen that he's gained over the years. His ability to bring people together and develop teams in order to meet complex challenges and implement complex change were outstanding features that he brings to the position.
Right. So you've had an opportunity to spend a fair bit of time now with Ron. What would you say to faculty and staff who have yet to meet our incoming president?
Oh, I think Ron is going to be liked immediately. He has a very engaging style. He's genuine, he's sincere, and certainly he is very excited about coming to Mohawk.
Okay, so actually when Ron gets here, he's wearing two hats. Along with being the president of Mohawk College, what else is Ron doing?
Ron is assuming the position of president of the foundation. With the retirement of Wayne Jowdry from that position, it was an opportunity for us to consider combining both the roles of the college and the foundation together, and it made perfect sense that we might do that.
Yeah. So why is it important to have Ron as both the president of the college and president of the Mohawk College Foundation?
Certainly, Ron is the face of the college, and we've learned that a lot of our partners in the community, both industry and citizens, want to hear from the president of the college. They want to understand the issues and the challenges and the successes, and it's important that the president is able to get out there and engage with our community partner.
So here we are with the man of the hour, Ron McKerlie. Ron, how are you?
I'm doing well, Jay. How are you?
Never better. So why, Ron, did you choose Mohawk College?
Well, it comes, first of all, with a great reputation. It's an organization that's already done well in terms of student satisfaction, working to become the best, or the best for the last 4 years, I think, in terms of student satisfaction in the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area. That's a good start. I really understand there's a great faculty and staff at the college, and I'm looking forward to getting to know them. And
you will be suitably impressed.
And I have a passion for lifelong learning, and so I'm really excited about the opportunity to work in the post-secondary education.
Right. So your own background in terms of education, what would that be?
So a lot of my education I actually have continued, and so my Master's of Business Administration from Dalhousie I took when I was working full-time. I'm a graduate of the Harvard Business School, School of Business, and in the Advanced Management program I have a Institute of Corporate Directors designation from Rotman and so on. So I think education is something we should pursue our entire lives. So you don't wait till you've got a degree or diploma. You keep going because life changes, and we need to keep up to date, obviously.
So you'll have some empathy for our more mature students who are juggling work, family, and school.
Been there, certainly understand what that's like, and it's not easy, but I would say to them that the rewards are worth the short-term pain, so keep going.
Let's talk about your leadership style, because I'm sure faculty and staff are wondering. So what can they expect?
Very much a collaborative leader. I'm looking for the best ideas and thoughts that they can bring to any situation, looking for everybody to have a voice. I think that's important. The reason that you hire diverse teams is so that they can bring their ideas into any decision-making process. I'm seen as a very empowering leader. I'm not trying to do anybody else's job, but I'm there, hopefully a cheerleader to support them. I also believe in servant leadership, which is not necessarily a commonly practiced these days, but I believe that the role of a leader is to support and encourage the people that he or she is privileged to be able to serve.
Okay. So on the flip side, what will you be expecting from faculty and staff?
Well, I expect that they will use their voices, that they will come with their best ideas. I expect that they will...
There's no shortage of ideas.
Well, and that's good. And I think that's how any organization improves and gets better, is by taking the best that people have to offer, working collaboratively together. I expect that, when a decision is reached, that people will get behind it and help facilitate it, as opposed to continuing to discuss forever the merits of that decision. And that's the way you move forward. Change is difficult, but I'll be there to support that change, and I expect people to help embrace that and help us move forward.
Okay, so you've spent the past 10 years with the Government of Ontario being a deputy minister. So for those folks who don't quite know what a deputy minister does, in a quick snapshot, what is your role?
Deputy minister is sort of the CEO for a ministry, so their job is to ensure that whatever strategy the board, and in this case the elected official or the minister, sets, is executed. And their job is deputy minister's job is to carry that out, simply to make it happen.
Right. Now, looking back over your 35 years in both the public and private sector, what stands out as a sort of a key accomplishment, and how will that translate into coming to the college?
Well, I've had lots of opportunities in my career, whether it be with companies like Bank of Montreal or Rogers Communications, or with the government, or with Orange Air Ambulance, to lead organizations through periods of transformative change. And so I think, the accomplishments I'm most proud of is we got them through that change with people being able to focus on the issues and being able to respectfully talk that through and work that through and drive forward. And so, I could point to lots of those, but being able to transform, to improve, to be able to make change happen and do it in a way that's respectful to people, I think is one of the things I'm most proud of.
Right. Now, you also have a pretty cool commitment to community service. So you talk about the work that you're doing with World Vision Canada.
Yeah, I've been on the board of directors with World Vision Canada for 9 years now. I'm just starting my 10th year, and with World Vision International for the last year and a half. It's an amazing organization. They work in 96 countries around the world. They raise money for the poorest of the poor children around the world. Canada raises about $400 million a year, and so I'm just privileged to be a part of that. I'm currently chair of the board for World Vision Canada and a director for World Vision International.
Right. Why did you get involved?
It's an amazing organization in terms of community development. They have a great model. They really do make a difference. Their goal is to improve the lives of 200 million of the poorest of the poor children around the world. And I can really think of no better way to spend the limited spare time I have than trying to make a difference somewhere else in the world. The other thing I found is no matter where you look, and no matter who you talk to, no matter what country you go to, the mothers all want exactly the same thing for their kids. They want their kids to be healthy. They want their kids to get an education. They want their kids to do well.